Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be giving you a brief overview and review of Lunar Dial by Goliath Games and Morbid Network. So this is a game where you are trying to collect the most moonstones by clearing realms, turning over astrology cards, and you can also get them by collecting the Goddess of the Full Moon, revealing certain either the Scorpio or the Capricorn zodiac cards, and at the end of the game you get them for collecting the most cards and collecting the most full moons. So the person with the most moonstones at the end of the game is the winner. So this is basically, you are to set it up, you are going to place 4 cards in each of the 3 realms. At this point, it doesn't matter on the rules of what you can play in these realms, because that comes into play once you're playing cards. And depending on how this is turned, you can turn it when you play a full moon card. You're able to turn this in the middle. So the realms, to benefit yourself, basically, because there's the way it is right now, you can't play crescents in this realm, new moons in this realm, and half moons in this realm. But if you really want a card from here that you want to collect and you have a crescent, you could, before that hand, you could previously play like a full moon card in any realm. That would allow you to turn this, and then that would, unless someone else turns it, you could technically then play that card and collect the cards you were trying to collect that would have had a crescent if you had that in your hand. Hopefully that made sense. But you're trying to basically collect the most moonstones is the main objective of the game. So the way you collect cards is by adding up. So say you have a 13, let me put a 1 here. Say you had a 13 in your hand. So you can't play new moons on that. So this is a half moon. I have a 13. I could collect this 13, and then I could also collect this 12 and 1 because it adds up to 13, and then I would just put that in my area. If that happened to be the Goddess of the Full Moon, I would also collect one of the gemstones. So that leaves the 7. Feasibly, the next person, if they have a 7 in their hand, they could then collect that. That would clear the realm, and they get a moonstone for clearing the realm, and then you would just deal 4 more cards in that realm to start for the next person to go. You keep playing until the draw deck is empty and everyone has played every card in their hand. There's 2 things you could do on your turn. You can cast 1 card, which means putting it in any of the realms, following the rules at the moment. There's no limit to how many cards can be in each realm, or you can collect, which is how I just showed you how to collect. When you have 13 cards collected, you can then, these start out being face down. So once you've collected 13 cards, you could choose any of these, turn it face up, and resolve the text that it says. Once you have 26 cards, you could turn over another one. So each time you get 13 more cards, you're going to be turning these over. At the end of the game, which is kind of cool, you turn them all over. You look at the symbols here in pink, and then you basically find your synastry reading. Synastry, is that what it says? Synastry reading for the table, and just read it out loud. We were fire and water, so it said, today may bring a surge of passion and intense motions. Let your inner fire guide you, but remember to stay attuned to the ebb and flow of your emotions. So it's a game, it's more of a kind of a spiritual game. It kind of reminded me of a Ouija board with this in the middle. I will say it's very similar to one of our top 10 games, which is Illimat. We played that a few years ago. It's just basically a more simplified, slightly tweaked version of that. So if you enjoy Illimat, you would enjoy this, but this is more simplified. Illimat is a little bit more complex and probably has a little bit more strategy to it. I mean, there is a lot of strategy to this one, but they're different enough, but very similar at the same time. So what did you think about this game?
I love the components. I love the illustration, the font. Love this style because, you know, it's being spiritual. So really like the components. Mechanics. I like the mechanics. It's very simple, easy to learn. It's actually a quite quick game. Probably took us 10-15 minutes to play as a 2-player. It's easy to set up and everything. So there's not really much to. There's a lot of strategy, but it's still very simplistic enough. It does have a little bit of luck-based factor because the cards are put out, also the cards you start with. So that does kind of hinder the strategy a little bit because you're pretty much, once you get your cards, a lot of times you'll be waiting 2 turns before you're able to collect certain cards. But you are also trying to collect the most full moon or moon cards for the end of the game. Also complete the I forgot what these are called, but realms. Mm-hmm. So you can collect some of the moonstones as well. So there is a lot of strategy, and so some of the strategy is based on, you know, when to use your card and when to hold it. You know, so very strategic in that element. So good mechanics. So replayability, high replayability because it is fast game. It's more like a filler game. Also takes very little time to set up, probably under 5 minutes. And so it has a quick guide and scoring. So it'll be easy to relearn and just play right away. So high replayability. Overall total, I'm giving this like an 8.5. It would be a little bit higher, but some of the things that I think it hinders is maybe some of the simplicity that I wish it had more strategic elements to it. Also that we played Element previously, which had more strategic elements, and a lot of the mechanics are similar. They were incorporated in this game. So I wish that they took it more further as less and then streamline it more. So it would give it more of a strategic aspect to it. But overall total, I'm still giving it 8.5. I think it's a great game. Love the look and high replayability.
So I enjoyed playing this game. I will say I think I enjoyed Illimat more, but maybe I'm just more attached to that one because that was the first time we'd ever seen this mechanics, and theirs was more, this one's more for mainstream. I think this one's more aimed at mainstream, whereas Illimat's more, I think, aimed at, you know, like a, I don't want to say a cult following, but I don't know how to really explain it, but I don't know, just their game felt like a classic game that you were discovering, whereas this one feels more commercial version of it. Is that a good way to say it? But I don't know, I'm still attached to Illimat, and I like them both. So I would give this game a 7. Because honestly, if I had my choice of the two, since we have both games, I would choose Illimat personally. But again, that was in my top 10, so I am a little biased because of that.
My top 10
but this is a great game. It is for sale on Amazon right now. I think it's $25. It's very affordable. Great game to take with you because it comes with this little that comes with a mat or cloth, I guess, for the player board, and it's just cards. So as long as you have enough space to fit this cloth, that you have enough space to play it. So great game. It is simple, and they do have great guides to help you remember what the different moons are and when you collect the moonstones. I do really like that. I thought that was a great tool that they have, because I will say we watched their 5-minute how to play video instead of reading the book, and we were up and playing in 5 minutes, and we never had to refer to the book. So they did a great job at simplifying this game and making it very easy to just be able to play it. And it, like Anthony said, it would be a great filler game. I think it was less than 20 minutes that we played this game, and less than 5 minutes to set it up. So so hopefully this helped you to decide whether this is a game you'd want to check out. We will put the link in the description. Did you have anything else you want to say? So thank you for watching. Please give this video a like. Feel free to leave any comments. If you're subscribed, thank you. If not, we hope you will subscribe to our channel. Thanks again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.